It's good news week.
Oh my God! Oh my God, people of Australia! Oh my God! What have we done? What have we done? What have you people done? What have you all done? What have you done? Welcome to Good News Week. And the big news, oh my God, it's not over. 35 days of non-stop election campaign torture and we still don't have a result. We, the taxpayers, have just spent around $200 million on 5 weeks of empty promises, tunnel vision, attack ads, smear campaigns, baby kissing, ball kicking, violence, intimidation, religious zealotry, racism, sexism, homophobia, lies, leaks, freaks, and Mark Latham. In the last 2 months, we've gone from having a Prime Minister to another Prime Minister to a caretaker Prime Minister to no Prime Minister. Go, Australia, moving forward. Yes, the people of Australia have spoken, and what we've said is... In the end, we couldn't decide between the faceless men of Labor, the heartless men of the Coalition, the brainless men of Family First, or the arseless chaps of the Sex Party. It's all our fault. If this country was a repressive dictatorship, we wouldn't have to deal with this sort of rubbish. Save us, Bin Laden! Yeah, I thought you would have laughed more at that. That was meant to be a joke, but clearly you saw it as a reasonable alternative. Save us, Bin Laden! Save us! The big winners are the Greens, if by big winners you mean seemingly unable to save the environment no matter what they do. It was a campaign uninspiring in every respect. Voters fled both major parties, disenchanted with the lack of vision, policies and leadership. Then Latham turned up and they didn't look so bad. Mark inserted his buffhead into proceedings and said we should leave our ballot papers blank. You know, like we did when he was running. How many people followed his example and left their ballot papers blank? Just show of hands. Wow, all those people. Apart from Barnaby Joyce, who was staring at the wrong side. The election was incredibly close, closer than the murderous breath on the back of Kevin Rudd's neck. Neither Labor nor the Liberals won enough seats, so they now have to try to form a minority government. Can you hear that loud... Can you hear it? That loud sucking noise? Yeah? You hear that loud sucking noise? That's major parties having a meeting with the independents. If the government can't get the independent support, they'll have to team up with the party that's closest to them philosophically, the opposition. If they want to be in power, the big parties are going to have to come up with some tasty treats. Gillard has already offered all the independents an iPad. And Abbott's promised them the coloured pencils to go with it. His campaign was remarkable, but he couldn't have done it without his strongest supporters, the Labor Party. One big factor was his strong policy on boats. It's how he was going to bring in the internet. Abbott admits he's not a tech head, although people do call him something that sounds a lot like that. It's very sad for Julia, but at least she had a stab. And that's the good news.
It's good news week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere, blackening the sky. It's good news week. Someone found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's good news week.
Oh, you're very pretty, though. Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, still hoping it's just a bad dream, the next leader of the Labour Party, Mr. Mikey Robbins.
Comrades! Comrades!
Ooh, it's a bad dream. She's been the editor of Cosmo and the first host of MasterChef. She's a journalist, social commentator, and the face of the Lifestyle U channel on Foxtel, the brilliant Sarah Wilson. And the really quite more than adequate Tom Gleeson. And they're basking in the glow from the light on the hill, Claire Hooper.
I know.
Starring in the life of Akmal, he's talking already, ladies and gentlemen, around Sydney for the next few weeks. The delightful gremlin, Akmal Saleh.
What's gremlin mean?
Something good.
And you loved her when she was killing Heidi. She now has a new band called The Verses. The album is Seasons. The single is Want Everything. She is our special guest tonight, Ella Hooper. No relation. Ella Hooper, no relation.
Paulie,
Yes,
just a quick request. Ella and I put our heads together before the show, and we just think if we could just have Akmal as a... Just for tonight.
As a Hooper.
Be a Hooper.
You may as well assimilate.
That makes
Come
sense.
on,
Akmal Hooper. It's like Muhammad Smith.
but way better, way better.
It fits.
I like the colours you're wearing.
Thank you. Black, that's my
Black.
colour.
You've gone into mourning after the election, have you, Akmal?
Very slimming. Yes, I'm in mourning.
You're not happy about Tony Abbott and
No,
the coalition being so strong?
I wish... you know, Tony Abbott. It was all about the boat people. Every time he said the boat people, I got this image of these people who can turn themselves into a boat. Like, you know, if you shoot a boat person, you don't kill him, you just spring a leak. You know, the boat people are coming. And Tony Abbott, you know, said virginity is a gift. Like, you know, when he said that, I thought, you know, if all men looked like you, Tony, virginity would be a gift.
Actually, no, he's right. It is a gift, and I spent 21 years trying to give it away.
Yeah. That's a gift you can't take back to Kmart. Yeah, I only used it once.
Didn't fit.
Didn't fit. Yeah.
Oh, you are vulgar.
Did I
It's
do
the first
it?
time this has ever happened.
What?
-10 to start. -10.
All I did was I said, did I do a drawing? Because I can do a drawing. I've got a pencil.
You do a little drawing, and we'll talk to Ella for a second. Lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, gorgeous. This is your new... Where is it? It's here somewhere.
It's there somewhere.
Look,
I
there it
believe
is.
you've got a copy.
No, show the
Oh, that's
people of
very
Australia.
pretty. It's quite pretty,
Wow.
isn't it? Quite
What's
quite
happened to your
spooky.
face?
It's indulged in a fireball, actually.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Quite violent, really.
You look much more attractive in
With
real
the-
life.
Oh, I thought you were going to say with the fire, but no.
Oh, yeah, the fire kind of brings out, I don't know, that looks kind of like an accident.
Going
Nice.
for,
You don't like that
70s.
cover? Is that what you're saying?
No,
you
I
like
like
the
it.
cover?
I'm intrigued because you look so different, that's all. When I have a DVD, I look exact. This head is all I have.
Your next DVD, you should make yourself a boat person. Spring
Yes.
I will, that's my dream. I want to be a boat person so I can give
Like-
Tony Abbott the shits. Try turn me back, Tony. It's too late, fucker.
Like a trans-
I got the feeling, even without a boat, you would give Tony Abbott the shit.
I know.
With this CD, you've made it with your brother, Jesse?
I did. He's in the new band too.
Yeah.
Brought him across. He went to LA for 3 months to record it and get that kind of 70s California sound. Lots of harmonies, lots of jangly guitars.
Yeah. Fleetwood Mackie, sort
So a
of...
little bit of Faces, kind of Stonesy, kind of Linda Ronstadt-y.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of twang, a little bit of Americana.
Oh,
Americana, Australiana. Little blend.
Stop making that noise, Paul.
Oh.
I think it's a good sign, right?
It's either that or gas. Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
-20 for you. -20.
Yay!
Sarah Wilson.
Yes,
First time
hi.
on the show.
I'm going to try to redeem some of those 20 points.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it'll be hard for you, Sarah.
Don't know what that involves.
So, tell us, have you been happy about the election result? Are you big supporter of
I
Tony?
kind of find it really intriguing. It's kind of completely reflective of where we are as a nation. I'm quite proud of Australians, I've got to say, because we essentially, when we were voting, said none of the above. So we've come out with a non-result. I think we're a very smart nation to have arrived at that point.
It's such a shame that none of the above ends up with all of the above. Yeah. You know, like that's by default. You just go, oh, now we've got them.
Imagine if you had a party called None of the Above.
Oh,
Oh,
what
that's
would
great.
you do?
Good.
See, at the risk of losing more points, it was a 5-week-long election that went on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And then on the night, it was no result. It's like if you've ever had really bad sex. And
Isn't there such thing?
Yeah, well, and at the end, no one's satisfied. No one's going to come. And now we're going to have to bring other people in to finish us off.
That's at least 10 points, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no. Tom?
I watched the election and I hate to, give away any kind of political bias, but when I first found out that Tony Abbott could be Prime Minister, my reaction was... But then...
You got 10 points for that, Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But then, interestingly enough, I realised that I'm actually a high-income earning comedian. I thought I'll probably get some tax breaks and some more material, so fuck it.
Yeah. Apparently Tony Abbott is negotiating with the miners. And he wanted to be a priest at one point. I don't think he should be anywhere near miners.
Claire Hooper, just before we get into the game, I'd like to make a comment on your green blouse.
Yeah, what's
tonight.
that?
Are you a supporter of the
Thank
Greens?
you. It's an absolute coincidence, but it is convenient that that I'm wearing green campaign colours because I was pretty excited to be in Melbourne. Adam Bant got in for the seat of Melbourne. Good on you, little fella! Yeah. Good on you! And it was the one, like, it was just a really dreary night of watching the results come in. And the one little good bit of the night was watching him make an acceptance speech and knowing that that was a historical moment. Even if you don't like the Greens, it's an important historical moment. And we kind of do a little bit. Yeah, we're actually really proud of being in Melbourne.
But you know what I would like to ask Adam? How many trees were wasted in all those ballot papers?
Well, that's the interesting thing when you turn up, you had a vote card. Everybody else was doing the big ones and the Greens were doing little bits of paper like, not too many trees. Finding those trees.
You know what was weird at my electorate is Mark Latham was hanging out the front, hanging out...
Please don't vote card.
Hey, actually, before you get to that one...
Have you made yourself laugh? Is that what's happened here?
No,
You just looked down at his penis. I'm joking.
I know. I looked down at my penis and it looked like your head.
And that's what made you laugh. If you look closer, you can see the circumcision scars.
Thomas, does your penis never shut up as well?
Yes, his penis is extremely witty. That's where he gets all his jokes. You notice he'll just listen and he'll go... And then he'll say something funny.
And my penis does sometimes just bang on and on and on.
I know.
I call it quits. That's it. Focus now. Focus. The first offence is what's the story? Mikey, Sarah, Tom. Let's boogie.
Okay, Sparky.
Minus 40. What is that? What could that possibly... Who is that? Who could that possibly be? What's going on there?
It's a towel.
What's going on there?
Englishman president.
Who's that? I know who that is.
Oh,
Who's
there she is.
no.
Oh, Queen of the Bogans.
What's it about?
Well, obviously the first tower was, I assume, prison towers, because I didn't really...
Yeah. And presumably in Bali.
Yeah.
And the last image was Chappelle Corby thinking about what her postal vote would be.
Yeah. Yeah. Mind you know, the biggest problem was when she got the Senate paper, she tried to make a rollie.
Tisk, tisk.
Oh, minus 50, why don't you?
I just have, Mikey.
I think it's something about some special celebration that was happening in Indonesia recently.
Yes. It's what's known as pardoning season.
Yeah.
Virtually, and one of the things that, there's been more pushes for the girl who, no matter whether you think is innocent or guilty, got a bloody long sentence for a bag of weed. Okay, a 4-kilo bag of weed. But it was a and so the idea is that this time, and there is yet again talk about bringing her back to Australia.
Yeah. But imagine if we did that on our, Australia Day. We just go, we get pissed. Yeah, fuck it, let's release the prisoners. And it's like, off you go, you little fucker, just don't do it again. We should do that every Australia Day, like the old days.
What old days?
You know, like Jesus, when they said, who shall I release? And they said, release Barabbas.
Oh, those old days.
Those old days.
Now I know.
Yes.
the quite old days. They do have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points to take them to nothing. Convicted drug smuggler Schapelle Corby has been granted another small reduction to her jail term, which means, all going well, she'll be able to get back to her smuggling job a lot sooner. Schapelle is laughing, not because of the reduction. She just does that a lot lately.
I'll give yourself -5.
The news comes as a survey found 1/3 of Australians want her freed immediately. Corby's support is at an all-time high, which is what put her in jail in the first place. The survey found 10% thought she was innocent, 41% thought she was guilty, and the rest didn't care either way as long as they could get baked and imagine her lezzing out in the showers.
Lezzing out?
When was the last time you used the phrase lezzing out in a sentence?
Tony Abbott might use that when he's trying to work out his preferences and who he's going to get.
Lezzing out.
Who he's going to get for the balance of power. We should les out and contact the Greens.
Happily, it's thought Indonesian President Yudhoyono will reduce Corby's sentence even more, as he's nearly finished the whole boogie board bag.
Greg?
I know.
Claire, Akmal, Ella, go crazy. It's your turn now. Out of the starting block.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Stop the
What's
balls.
that about?
Stop the balls. Oh, and clapping, loving it.
Oh, yeah!
Stop it!
That's the ultimate in 3D television.
Yeah. Very realistic.
Very close up.
Gougingly so.
For those who can't afford it, you know. That is hilarious. I don't even feel sorry for those people, because if you're going to sit and watch an animal being tortured for an hour for your pleasure, he fuck ya. And,
I don't think that was the torturing one, though. I think that might have been the one where they were just taking a little...
they're teasing it.
They're teasing it.
But you
They're
know...
not stabby, but just teasing.
Yeah, I will mention this at this point. A bull might not be able to understand that it's all just fun and games.
No, but you know...
That is a good point.
You know, Paul, if you look at that footage closely, it was a really, like, he was just standing around, and then suddenly he went into the crowd. I think he just suddenly saw the guy who's selling the cornettos. You've got to be quick with that guy, man. Before you decide what flavour you want, he's gone.
Maybe the bull just looked up and saw someone eating a steak.
Yeah. And recognised it.
Yeah, the guy in the red shirt. But wouldn't that be funny if the bull had jumped in the audience and then just turned around and just defecated all over everybody and then said, "This is bullshit, I'm out of here."
That was great. But you got to the first person to laugh at that was Akmal.
Yeah, because I knew it was coming.
Okay, do we have an answer?
Well, the answer is that the first two images were from the kind of campaign to stop the stabby bullfighting.
Yeah.
And then this recent incident happened at the non-stabby bullfighting of the bull just going, "Yeah, I realise you're not stabbing me now, but I got a lot of payback for you."
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to bring back the stabbing now as punishment for the naughty bull? Would that be a bit
naughty
over the
bull?
Probably not.
I wish my wife had called me that once.
Has anyone here has anyone been to Spain and done the running of the bulls?
No, been to Spain but haven't done the running of the bulls.
You haven't
Why would you do that? Who would do that? Take their life
I'll
in
tell
their
you what.
hands?
It just reminded me of something where I used to. I'm not proud of this. This is very stupid. I'm not promoting it. But when we were young, I used to live in a suburb of Sydney called Punchbowl, and me and my friends were dickheads, and we'd go to the police station and stand outside and just yell obscenities till they come out and chase us. And then we'd run into the park at night, and we call that the running of the pigs. I'm not saying it was cool, I'm just saying... And someone would eventually get caught and belted, and that was funny if it wasn't you.
Akmal, ladies and gentlemen, and the Hoopers, 10 points. Yes, Bull 1, spectators 0 after an angry beast leapt out of an arena in northern Spain and charged into the crowd, injuring 40. Must confess that's my kind of blood sport, It's evolution at work, ladies and gentlemen. After 400 years of bullfighting, eventually one was going to learn how to climb. Take this as a warning, everyone. Shake the crumbs off your picnic rug before they release the bull. No one died, except the bull, of course, but he was invited to the post-match barbecue. Bullfighting is losing its popularity in Spain. The region of Catalonia recently banned the so-called sport. Thousands are out of work, and bullfighters, once considered the ultimate in macho manhood, are now just a bunch of guys in incredibly gay outfits. So after one vengeful round of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on nothing, which is still better than minus 40, and the Hooper team are on 10 points. Coming up, the best of the campaign mug shots. Yeah, I look forward to it.